my name's McNally. I have even though I'm now the operations manager for the Greater Brisbane Junior Rugby League, I actually come from a coaching background. Junior player, born and bred Brisbaneite, junior player in Brisbane, started my coaching in Brisbane. I then shifted, went up to the Northern Territory, ran a rugby league program up there, Institute of Sport. I went across the UK and coached over there, came back and had a development manager, head coach role with one of the Queensland Cup clubs. And then I took on a position up in the southwest, working out of Toowoomba, looking after all the southwest area in an administration role. And now I'm back in Brisbane with this role. I want to talk to you about a few things that I think are important from the coaching aspect, which fits in hand in glove with all the stuff that Wayne has talked about. One of the things unfortunately or unfortunately, probably more unfortunately in our society today is that we've got no female coaches here. You guys will be one of the few adult male role models for kids that play footy. You know for the fact that there's a lot of single parent families and a lot of young boys and girls grow up without a real influence of a adult male in their lives. You go to any primary school, I'm not sure of the exact figures now, but once upon a time 90% of teachers were female, and the 10% that were male, 90% of that 10% were in admin, like principals and things like that. So you appreciate that a young boy starting school at 6 or whatever, going right through his primary school years and not having a male teacher. So the only adult male teaching that he gets is when he comes to footy. So it's important how you conduct yourself, because he's looking at you for an example. Okay? So that's the first thing I just want to say. So that's a fact of life, and there's nothing we can do about that. So all we can do is make sure that we present the best possible example for those young kids. Just with your coaching, often we get caught up in the hype of winning. You know, we feel like that we're a better man if our team wins every week. And the reality of it is you might have a team in a competition where it doesn't matter how good a coach you are, you're not going to win. It's just the other teams are better. All right. So I like you to think about, take your focus off winning and game day. I know our society is all the focus is on game day. Very few people go and watch the Broncos train, but he'd go and watch them play. So our natural focus is based on the game. What you need to do as a coach, understand that on game day, when the kids run across that white chalk line, you have very little control of what they're doing, unless you're coaching under sixes, they're out in the field. But generally, when they cross that white line on game day, not much you can do about it. What you say to them before, it's going to go one ear and out the other at half time, possibly even after the game. Where you have some controls and training, so that's what you need to focus on your training sessions, making sure that they're well organised and everything, so that you're having the biggest impact on your kids. So try and take your focus away from game day. It's nice if you win. The thing is though, if you follow some of the things that I'm going to say here, and I'm sure the boys are going to show you later, if you follow those things, winning will look after itself. I got coached by John Lang a few years ago, and he had a saying, focus on what your job is, the scoreboard will look after itself. That's the same with you guys. If you do your job well on Tuesday and Thursday night, when the kids play, they'll look after themselves. So it might happen that year, and this is what I'm going to get to, it might happen a few years down the track. So you need to focus when you're coaching is the long-term thing. All right? You can't teach a kid to tackle in one night. You're working with him for an hour on tackling, he's not going to go out that weekend and be an expert tackler. It takes a long time, and kids go through a lot of changes which affects their learning ability with skills and things like that. So I've got here just made some notes, coach for the future. So you want to concentrate on the basic skills. If you talk to Wayne Bennett, he'll always talk to junior coaches and say, you teach them how to catch, pass, tackle, carry the ball, and I'll teach them the rest when they get to that level. So, any senior coach you talk to, and I've been in that position, the number of senior players that come to you that are weak passing, left to right. If they're right-handed, they'll be a weak pass left to right, even to the point where players are third round pass that way. So just a simple thing like that. I've already mentioned about attitude, so having a healthy attitude towards the kids and towards the whole situation that you're in, and make sure you enjoy it. you've got to enjoy it. If you're coaching down here and it's becoming a real headache for you and you're not enjoying it, my suggestion would be don't coach. Because that attitude that you carry with you will rub off on the kids. And that'll just make your job worse. You understand what I mean? So if you're all cranky and pissed off and you go out with that attitude, the kids will soon get cranky and start being annoying. One of the most important things is being well organised. You know, I think this meeting, and I'm not having to go at anyone, this meeting was supposed to start at 5:30 tonight. It didn't. So there's little things like that you need to make sure that you, when you got that, what's it on? Whiteboard. So, who's good at planning here? Anyone think they're good at planning? You get a job where you've got to do a lot of planning? So the rest of you don't think you plan very well. So how did you get out here tonight? You live across the fence, or you have to jet your car and drive? So you can plan because you planned how to get here. It's just you don't document it. You don't need to document it. You know how to get here. I didn't. I had to put me exact now. That's not true. But you know what I mean? So you all got the ability to plan. What we don't do is, you know, and you'll come down to a training session sort of in your head thinking what you're going to do that night. And what you need to do is write it down and record it and keep it for the future. Okay, so just things about good organisation, be on time, alright? So that doesn't mean training starts at 6, that you get here at 6, it means you get here before that, and time to set up for your training session. Make sure you got the gear you want, everything like that. Make sure you plan your sessions, okay? And document them down, write them down. What I used to do, I used to just buy an old diary, get diaries really cheap, you know, the big ones, A4 ones, at the end of the year because they're selling off last year's. They're out of date. Don't worry about the dates. Use that as your training book. You can buy coaches recorders, you've probably seen them. There's not a lot of room to write stuff. You might need to write more down and there's room there. I used to just buy an old diary, I planned the training session and I'd transcribe that onto one of those little 5x3 cards. Buy a little plastic pocket thing, so if it's wet, sweaty or raining, stick that in your sock or in your shorts. I'd work through that session. Always plan more than what I thought I could get done. Right, so I think, oh yeah, that's a good session. I'd plan something else on the end in case. You go through all those things, the kids are really good, you get through and you need something at the end. But you'll find that you probably won't get through what you plan most times. You also, this is a pretty ordinary pen, you also need a backup plan. Alright? Every training session you come to, you need to have something, because you might turn up here and the field might be underwater and the groundsman says, or the president says you can't train tonight. You need a backup plan. You need to have something up your sleeve, alright? Whatever. Or you might come down, you might have 20 kids in your squad, you might come down, you've got 5, or the other 15 have got the flu. Or gastric or something. What are you going to do with them 5? Send them home? Or are you going to do something? And then what you need to do is evaluation. Okay? That's on your individual players, your team, and the most important one is yourself. So after every training session, you should evaluate how that session went. Give yourself a rating out of 10. All right? And then if it's, you know, say if it's a 9 out of 10, just make some notes just in your diary why it's a 9 out of 10. What was good about it? Might be, oh, I had 2 dads helping me. So you think, oh, if I get 2 people to help me, the session's run better. So that was like that, you know what that's helping me. If you give itself a 2, why was that? What was the problem? Did you have a disruptive child in the group? Think about how you need to address that. Someone's written this up here, teamwork means never having to take all the blame yourself. It's not a bad little saying, and I'm just going to talk about, as coaches in a club, you've got to understand that you're all part of a team. They're all helping each other. And if you're not actually working together, you want to start looking for ways to do that. Because in this group here, there's collectively a lot of rugby league knowledge. Alright, so there's going to be someone in this group who's going to know something about something that you don't. If you just continue wanting to ask for help, seek that out, you're not going to improve as a coach. Okay. So you need to get to know your other coaches. Some of you might know each other well, some might. You need to get to know the other blokes. There's plenty of opportunities where you can do that in social things and things like that. If you don't, make an effort. Help each other out. understand your role in the team. I was talking to Wayne the other day about this, and in my opinion, successful clubs, the first thing they need to have is good coaches. You can have the best president and secretary in the world, but the coaching's crap, the club won't be successful. Right? If you've got a good group of coaches, motivated, good group of coaches, you can have the worst president in the world and the club will be successful. Because what will happen is, your best market is your kids. So if you're a good coach and the kids come down here and they learn and enjoy it, I'll talk a little bit about the things my kids play. Learn and enjoy your coaching. What's the first thing they're going to do when they go to school? Tell their mates. So that'll mean more and more people will come into the club, and when there's more and more people, there's more and more parents, and there'll be someone in there that'll stand up and be a good president. I've seen clubs, when I was a DO I was in Wayne's job on the south side for 5 years in Brisbane. I've seen clubs go like that, you know, and it's always the coaching. I'll give you a good example of Slacks Creek. Slacks Creek would probably be rated fairly lowly on the club status at the moment. It's not that many years ago that they were one of the best clubs in Brisbane, all because they had a local O'Sullivan, come in his first name, come to me. He was a coaching director. He was a motivated, very good coaching director. Got all these coaches upskilled, and kids from the Logan area wanting to go to some street club. Okay, and on top of that, the good bloke came, like Paul Cullen came and became president. He was a really motivated president. That club was very, very strong for a number of years while those guys were involved. And now it's dropped away. Be the best you can. And another thing you need to do, throughout the year you're going to have help from a lot of people. Don't forget the family. Right? There might be a dad that helps run the water or run the line or turn it up every week on time, bring the kids, take a walk with his own kid to the game. Just make a note of all that and make sure you thank those people as often as you can, because that's all people mostly want, you know. Let's go over to that. Marcy. Thanks, Marcy, for that. Thanks for what you did today for me. I don't want anything else like that. Very, very important. One of the things you need to continually do is educate yourself. And that doesn't mean going back to school, but it means learning more and more to make you a better coach. Okay, so you can do that formally by going at a higher level of coach education. So if you're a level 1 or you're a mod coach, do the international game to get more information. Even if you're not coaching international, do it, because it'll make you'll meet blokes there when you're doing the sessions and that you'll learn stuff from. Informally, and this is something that's going to become more formal, is mentoring. Okay, the ARL have a program now where funding's available to start a mentoring program within your club. Very simply, what that would mean is that Wayne, in his role, would come and get a group of senior coaches at your club, put them through a mentoring course, and those blokes will come back to your club and be your mentors. There might be a couple other steps in there, depending on the situation. So that's something there. So coaching can be a very lonely thing, particularly if your team's not winning and everyone's on your back saying you can't coach. If there's someone in your club that you can turn to, say, look, I need a hand, can you give me a hand? Can you have a look at your training session, tell me what I can do better? Come and watch the boys play, there's something I can do better on game day. It helps you a lot. The other thing you can do in educating is get qualifications or go and observe other sports training. Alright, if you feel a little bit stale and you think, oh, I haven't got any new drills and any new games, go and watch the netball girls train. See what sort of drills they do. How can you adapt that to rugby league, soccer, AFL? Get coaches from those other sports to come and run a session for you or part of a session. Just for, and that'll give you a broader scope. And as I said before, ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. All right, you've got development officers that are out here tonight, and they've come out because they've been asked to help out. I'm here because Wayne asked me to come out. So don't be afraid to ask for help at any stage. Bring Wayne up, he's your QRL development officer, and ask him. Because they're important to help us.